Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Bhargava, in recent years, HUD relocated its multifamily housing staff from the office in Newark to the New York regional office. You're now the second nominee before this committee who comes from New York. New York and New Jersey have a very different housing needs and challenges. We need to have adequate HUD boots on the ground that are familiar with New Jersey's unique needs. So what steps will you take to ensure that the Newark office has the staff that it needs and that New Jersey remains a priority at HUD?
Thank you, Senator, for the question. I'll take a quick moment to let you know that I am being joined by my in-laws who are from New Jersey and my husband. So they're very excited to meet you today. In response to your question, Senator, having staff in the field is critical for HUD to be able to accomplish its mission. The staff on the ground, they are our eyes and ears. They're able to report in real time and alert us to issues. So I understand how important they are. It's a place for residents to go to in need of services. I'm aware that the Obama administration undertook a transformation of multifamily housing, but it's been several years. So I think it's worth to take a look. If confirmed, I look forward to working with the secretary and the deputy secretary and the staff at HUD to review whether we're investing enough on the field staff and other things that.
Well, I appreciate that, and it's great to have your relatives from New Jersey here. We're always thrilled to see that. But the problem is New York is like a huge vacuum for New Jersey residents and multifamily housing owners and tenants. It just does not get the attention it should. And I've asked this question of multiple HUD nominees, but your answer is specifically important because you're nominated to be the Assistant Secretary for Administration, which has a key role in staffing decisions. So I know you want to kick it all off until when you get there and talk to others, but I want to hear your commitment to me that if you are confirmed, if I'm going to vote for you and you're going to be confirmed, that you will look at this with an eye to making sure that New Jersey's housing needs are taken care of. And if that means staffing in the Newark office, we will either relocate as we were relocated out into New York, or we will add additional staff. Do I have that commitment from you?
Senator, you have a commitment from me that I will look into the matter as you described.
All right. Looking into the matter is not going to be sufficient for me. So I'm going to let you think about it, and I'm going to put this question to the record, and hopefully upon your review with others, you're going to give me a better answer than that. In 2016, HUD published an inclusive diversity strategy plan for improving diversity at HUD for the years 2017 to 2021. Their most recent federal equal opportunity recruitment program states that HUD has, quote, completed 95% of the goals and objectives outlined in that plan. While I'm pleased by the progress, a lot more needs to be done, particularly with regards to Hispanic hiring. If confirmed, how will you follow up on the work of this diversity plan? And in particular, how will you improve the department's recruitment of Hispanics?
Thank you, Senator, for your question. I'm not familiar with the 2016 plan, but I am familiar with the executive order that was signed by the president that focuses on diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. And I look forward, if confirmed, to ensuring that that executive order is that we are committed at HUD and that it is implemented across the agency with a focus on recruitment, on retention, on workplace. The executive order is quite detailed, so I look forward to.
I hope you will take, and I said this to the secretary as well when she was before us, Latinos are underrepresented in this department, well underrepresented compared to the percentage of the population. So we have to do better. Diversity has many different elements to it, and one of it is as Latinos. So particularly in the role that you're going to play, I hope that you will pay close attention to that. One last question, Ms. Lewis. The most recent Exim competitiveness report noted that only 14.6% of Exim's direct small business support went to minority and women-owned businesses. There's a mountain of evidence that the businesses who are among the hardest hit by the pandemic, so it's critical that they have the access to the tools and assistance to remain competitive. If you're confirmed, what would you do to improve accessibility of XM services for minority and women-owned businesses?
Senator, absolutely. One of my top priorities is not just about small businesses, but also drilling down about MWOBs. Exactly correct about being the hardest hit during this pandemic. I have an extensive background focusing on outreach to that community that have had very tangible results. I look at the fact that we would need to make sure we're operating in a whole of government approach, working stronger with our interagency partners, collaborating with the large businesses to make sure we educate their businesses in the supply chain, understanding that even though we've been through COVID, digital is not going to be enough. But more importantly, Senator, I would also want to seek your input as to how to reach into that community, as well as working, I believe, with the work that I've done with governors and mayors and county executives and the organizations that represent them, especially those that target minority communities and minority businesses, would be a way to reach deeper into those communities, along with working with their state economic development agencies.
Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, I have a series of other questions I'll submit them for the record, and hopefully these nominees will give me a full answer. Thank you very much.